Alia Bhatts' great-grandfather was put in Hitler's concentration camp, fought hard to save Jews. Alia Bhatts' mother, Soni Razdan, has taken to Instagram to write a long note about her grandfather's rebellion against Hitler. She wrote the post to spread awareness about the atrocities in Palestine and mentioned that she is glad her grandfather isn't alive to witness the tragedies. She called it ironic that the people for whom her grandfather risked his life under Hitler's regime are now subjecting another race to atrocities. Soni captioned the post, "A recent reel featuring the Jewish Australian actress Miriam Margolyes has actually pushed me to write this post, and at this point." She chillingly states that Hitler won because he made the Jews like him. That is the saddest thing I have read in a long time. Whether you agree or disagree, it is a terrifying indictment. Nana post shared by Soni Razdan. She added, "This is also actually a continuation of an earlier post about my mother and grandmother. Of course, my grandfather is everywhere in it. They don't make many like him anymore. But let us not despair, because there are those that speak out, and those that put their lives on the line to report." The actress wrote, "My heart goes out to everyone who does. More power to all of you. A world war was fought for what was right, and what was just. Many died, but many were saved. I am proud that my grandfather was on the right side of history. I do hope that the rest of the world will follow sooner rather than later." In her post, Soni Razdan mentioned how her German grandfather ran an underground newspaper against Hitler in Germany. They distributed it as widely as they could, and of course, the inevitable happened one day: he was found out. They arrested him. He was thrown into prison and later into a concentration camp, where he suffered greatly and saw terrible things, Soni wrote. The actress mentioned that since her grandfather was German, he was released from captivity but was banished from Germany. She also added, "My grandfather had the courage to stand up against a tyrant all those years ago. Therefore, when I see what is happening in Palestine today, I am so glad he is no longer alive. It would have broken him. The very people he fought so hard to save have turned into those that oppressed them." Soni noted that there are many Jews who are against what is happening in Palestine, just as there were many Germans who were against Hitler, but very few had the courage that my grandfather had. Soni wrote that she feels particularly connected to the atrocities in Palestine due to her family history. Alia Bhatt also liked the post in support of her mother. Check latest Bollywood news updates, events and award shows, upcoming Hindi movies releases, exclusive interviews, box office collections, reviews, trailers, and more. Download the NEWS18 app. Latest blogs.